Hi, this is Alex Skolnick from Testament, and you're watching Chaoszine.
Okay, so what's up everyone? Chaoszine is today here at Copenhell Festival in Denmark, and I have the pleasure to talk to Alex from Testament today. How are you, man?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So we are from Finland, and you actually just played in Finland at Rockfest, so what kind of experience it was to play without almost having any sleep?
Yeah, well, we had a few days of shows where we flew. We were in Poland the day before, in Gdansk, and then we flew to Finland and played that show. And you know, it was okay. We were high on so much adrenaline from the concerts themselves, but once we did that show, we were very tired, and we were very happy to fly back to our bus, and we've been on our bus ever since. But we had a great show. The fans in Finland are so inspiring. It doesn't matter how tired you are.
And you have always seemed to have like quite strong fan base in Finland, because you tend to come to our country like pretty much once a summer at least. Yeah,
well, Finland's always had some good festivals. You know, there's the Tuska Fest and the Rock Fest that we just did, and they're always very well run, and the crowds are just very dedicated. So yeah, we make sure to get to Finland as often as possible.
So obviously you have now a new drummer, Chris, with you.
Yes.
So how has it been to play with him on stage?
Yeah, Chris just fits like a glove. You know, there's no like instantly. There really wasn't a lot of you know, getting fine tuning required. It just came together really fast, and he fits the style well. You know, he's got a challenge because he's playing the styles of several different drummers, but also making it his own. But yeah, everybody's really happy with him. You know, obviously, we had Gene Hoglan for many years.
You've always had pretty good drummers, so
yeah,
to step into your drum throne isn't an easy task for a drummer.
Yeah, the band set a very high standard for drummers.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially, you know, in the 90s and beyond. And then most recently, you know, Dave Lombardo, who was with us last year, which was just amazing. And I know there were some hopes that Dave could continue with us. It just wasn't possible scheduling wise, because he is so in demand, understandably so. But I'll tell you, nobody is complaining. As soon as they hear Chris, everybody's very happy.
So was it easy to find Chris? Was he something that was like close to the band already, or how did you find it?
No, we didn't know him. He had sent in a tape, I think, when it came out that yeah, we were looking for drummers. As soon as there was an announcement
so
about Dave
like
Lombardo.
Before Dave, that he sent you already some kind of like...
Yeah. And it's really Eric who does most of the searching for that, and I know he had a small list of players. No, actually, Chris had sent us a clip after Gene Hoglan had left.
Okay.
So it had come out that Gene Hoglan was leaving, and then he had reached out. But during that time, Dave Lombardo had spoken to us, and then we had worked things out to at least do some touring with Dave Lombardo. And then, yeah, by the time we realized we needed another drummer, yeah, Chris was already in the mix. In fact, he had substituted on a few shows. There were some shows where the Misfits had concerts the same day, so Dave Lombardo couldn't make it. And we had Chris come out and do the shows, and they were great. So there was no question he could just jump in and fill that role.
So did you have some kind of like audition process still, that he jammed with you for a while, that you sort of knew that everything clicks, even though he's a good drummer, but you never know also like chemistry wise that how does it go?
Yeah, I think Eric had a jam with him and spoke to him a bunch, and they agreed to try having him as a substitute.
Okay.
You know, nothing bad can come from that. You know, just do a show or two as a sub, nothing permanent. But those shows went so well, I think it was already in the back of our minds. Well, if Dave doesn't stick around for long term and do another record and so forth, he would be the guy to get.
So in terms of like new record, it's no secret that you have been making new music. So what's the process at the moment? How far is it?
There are a few songs, a few ideas. We haven't gotten to vocals yet, but I would say there's close to half an album worth of music that is pretty close to having vocals. We still need to write the other half and then get it to that process, but it's coming together. You know, we can never rush it. It always takes time.
So do you have some kind of like tentative plan when it comes to the album itself?
Yeah, I mean, I think we don't have a lot of shows after this tour until September, where we're gonna go to Asia, where we haven't been in a long time, and then in between now and then, we're just gonna try to complete the writing, at least as far as the music goes, and then I think by next year we should be able to go in the studio early in the year and have the record recorded and have it come out next year.
So a good question at this point: will Chris play drums on the upcoming album? Have you already decided that?
I'm sure that's the plan. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, he's already learned some of the new material that Eric and I have worked on.
So he will have like his own sort of space and role in the album and the whole writing process itself.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, we write differently. I've gotten very comfortable over the years with drum programs, so I tend to write ideas and give the drummers a rough sketch on a drum computer program. I never expected him to do exactly that. Although Gene came pretty close to what I played. He liked what I did. Eric really likes to work with live drummers. Okay. He's just very old school in that way. He likes to sit in a room and work with the drummers and come up with his riffs. So I know he's done some of that with Chris, and he'll be doing some more.
Can you tell us anything about the music itself? What kind of stuff can the fans expect, or is it too early phase to tell?
Yeah, it's always hard to tell. I think one thing I can say, we really like out of the recent records that we've done, the recent albums,
and those gotten also very good feedback.
And they've all gotten good feedback.
Yeah,
you know, they all have some things they all have their strengths.
Yep.
The album Dark Roots of Earth, I think a lot of us feel strongly about that. We just like the variety. It's got melody, different tempos.
It has everything that your band is known about.
Very fast stuff, but it's not too much of that. It's a good balance. So I think if there's a template for the next record, it's probably that album.
Okay. Hey Alex, thanks a lot for taking the time from your busy schedules to do this interview, and all the best for the future.
It is
anything you want to say as a closer to all the fans?
Thank you so much, Finland, and we can't wait to come back to Finland, and that can't happen soon enough.
Thanks.